What's up, gamers? Dreamcastguy here, just talking today about the Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pass, because we finally have some concrete details as to when it's coming out and the price of it. And to be just brutally honest here, it is way more expensive than I ever could have imagined. Now please do me a gigantic favor, give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm actually filming this before I've had my delicious omelet breakfast and I'm very hungry. But let's check out the facts. So this morning they did this Nintendo Switch Direct talking about Animal Crossing specifically, but at the end of it they revealed all the details we need to know about the Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack service. Now first and foremost, it's coming out very soon, actually just here in 10 days from when I'm filming this video. Now of course, if you did not know, the Expansion Pass is a new version of the Nintendo Switch Online service. So initially, when you got all of these features. You got obviously multiplayer, you got the NES games, you got cloud saves, you got the ability to use the stupid cell phone app that of course nobody's going to use, and a gigantic question mark box because that's like new surprises coming. Now, initially, all of this stuff was $20 a year. This was $20 for the existing features. But now the expansion pack, this is what's about to come out. This includes Nintendo 64 games, Sega Genesis games, and apparently some freaking Animal Crossing DLC. But here is the thought. I like the Nintendo 64. I'm a big fan of Virtual Console when it came to the previous generations of Nintendo systems. I liked it on the Wii, the Wii U, the freaking 3DS. I liked the ability to buy retro games and play them in the best version on my modern systems. I have been begging them to put freaking Nintendo 64 games onto the Nintendo Switch. But here's the drawback. As good as these games look, as great as and happy as I am as having things like Star Fox Online actually playable, like this is really cool, the price is going to be $50. $50 a year. As happy as I am about these features and definitely the fact that these games are finally coming here, I'll be honest, I'm a bit shocked. So the standard Nintendo Switch Online, $20 for the entire year. Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pass is $50 a year. This is nutso to me because let's face it, that is a 250% price increase for access to just a couple extra retro games. I straight up, I thought it was going to be $5 more expensive. I just straight up, just knowing Nintendo, typically this company likes to try and just nickel and dime you. Like if they can get a tiny bit of extra profit here and there, they like to always edge up. They always like to try and increase, their profitability just by the margins. This is nuts. I'm literally in shock about the fact that they're going up more than double the price to get access to Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis games. What the heck? Now let's just try and calm down for a second and look at this objectively, the best parts of this. I think we realize that the point of the Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack, it's not just to have access to a great version of Ocarina of Time and Operation Winback and things like Saints and Sinners. The point of this is the fact that it's ongoing support. It's the ability to play these games anytime, anywhere, and also the fact that they're going to, of course, be adding even more of these games in the future. Now, I guess the part of it that we have to realize is that these are going to be new versions of the games we love. They've now actually confirmed, just even in this freaking direct, the fact that these are going to have added features, including online play. So while you're playing Mario Kart 64, a personal favorite of mine, you'll now apparently be able to go onto the internet and fight against your friends, doing races, smashing shells, doing battles. That's additional features. That's something new that now exists inside of this version of the game. Now, as much as I appreciate that $50 a year. Like, that is still a gigantic price leap. It makes me feel like they're probably going to hopefully roll out games at a very, very fast pace. Like, my biggest concern when it comes to things like this is just the value per month proposition. Like, $20 a year was very, very cheap. I mean, I think I pay $12 a month for just basic internet, online play when it comes to my PlayStation 5. So the idea of $20 a year for the Nintendo Switch, that was very easy to accept. Suddenly jumping up to $50 for the entire year, it makes me hope that we get constant updates, constant new games, constant new features, constant new stuff that's going to make this feel great and affordable. Like, the fact that they're including the Animal Crossing DLC with it, I feel like this might be a hint as to things to come. What if they start doing stuff where you can start getting, like, sort of think of it as like Nintendo Game Pass. Game Pass, you have all these specific Microsoft games on your Xbox, but they start to do DLC, they start to do expansions, they start to do some add-on content, and they just included if you're already subscribed to freaking Game Pass. What if Nintendo's trying to follow that route? Get you to pay up front for the idea of content that does not yet exist. I think that this is something that I want to keep an eye on. I will be honest, my initial reaction to this, though, is negative. As much as I love the freaking Nintendo 64, as much as I'm happy that these games are going to exist on modern systems in HD, I am stunned by that $50 price tag. Like, wowzers. I really wish I could have been just like a fly on the wall during this Nintendo marketing meeting, because it would have been nice to see them just specifically say, how much can we milk the fans? Except, all of that in Japanese. But what do you think about all this? Is this a just good price tag to you? Is this just way too much? I'm hoping that the price gets dropped at some point, but knowing Nintendo, it absolutely won't. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And also, just off the cuff, I actually was not able to get my Nintendo Switch OLED. My pre-order got canceled because I was out of town, and the store I pre-ordered it from had a 48-hour hold policy. So since I didn't pick it up in 2 days, they sold my system. Were you able to get a Nintendo Switch OLED? And please, in the comments down below, make me extremely jealous. Thanks so much for watching, gamers. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all, and keep dreaming. Oh my god, I'm going to enjoy this breakfast way too much. Oh. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.